What's up, Wildlife Builders? For this video, we are going to talk about Wukong. Wukong is a Vastayan trickster who uses his strength, agility, and intelligence to confuse his opponents and gain the upper hand. Wukong can be played as a Baron Lane bruiser or a jungle fighter capable of bursting down opponents and snowballing the game to an early game victory. He is also capable of massive disruption in teamfights all game long. Let's talk about his abilities. Wukong's passive is Crushing Blows. Wukong gains 3% bonus damage to champions and monsters for each attack or ability damage he lands. He can stack this passive to each enemy individually for a maximum of 5 times for a total of 15% damage boost. Next is Wukong's first ability, Golden Staff. Golden Staff is an auto-attack reset ability which increases the damage of Wukong's next attack and heals him at the same time. Golden Staff heals Wukong for half the amount when used against minions, but still use it on them for a safe way to heal, and at the same time it is a good way to secure last hits, especially for the cannon minion. Golden Staff also increases your attack range. 150 range doesn't seem much, but it can help when trying to reach ranged champions or kite melee champions. Next is Warrior Trickster. Warrior Trickster is Wukong's signature annoying ability. It is the ability that allows him to trick his opponents, which can be taken advantage in countless offensive and defensive scenarios. When casted, Wukong dashes a little distance forward and turns invisible for a short duration, while leaving behind a clone which attacks enemies near it for half the damage. You can do a fake recall by doing the recall animation, then activating your Warrior Trickster. Another trick that you can do is to bait your enemy's abilities by using your Nimbus Strike, then cancelling it using Warrior Trickster. And of course, the classic simply stopping to make the enemy think that you have already used Warrior Trickster. You can also use this ability to get closer to the enemy when you are ganking by casting this ability while in the bush near your target. The invisibility will allow you to get closer to the target without having to use your Nimbus Strike, which you will then use to get closer to them if they use their flash or other dash abilities. Clones will also cast their ultimate cyclone and will deal half the damage, but only if you are not damaging them by your own cyclone at the same time, which means you won't deal more damage if you and your clone are hitting the same target, and it will be better to use the clone cyclone to cover more ground and knock up more enemies instead. Next is his third ability, Nimbus Strike. Nimbus Strike is your main engage and gap closer. This ability is a targeted dash ability which makes Wukong leap forward to target and damage them while sending clones to damage two nearby opponents as well. If there are no nearby enemies, each clone will strike for 15% damage, which means that the ability will deal 30% more damage if the enemy you targeted is isolated. Nimbus Strike also increases Wukong's attack speed after it lands, but this ability's greatest strength is that it follows the target even if they use their flash or blink abilities, so try to predict when they will use their mobility abilities so you can follow them using Nimbus Strike. You can also use Nimbus Strike to cross walls as long as there is a visible target across the wall. You can use a ward to have vision of the jungle monster and use them to escape. Last but not the least is Wukong's ultimate, Cyclone. Cyclone is an AoE damage ability which knocks up enemies hit for the first time and deals percentage of max HP based damage over its duration. A good way to utilize the clone Cyclone is to cover more ground and knock up and damage more enemies. With a clone and the bonus movement speed from Cyclone, it is possible to damage and knock up all 5 enemy champions. You can use Cyclone to chase enemies with its movement speed bonus. And be careful when trying to recast Cyclone because it will end an ongoing spin prematurely. For Wukong's combo, first is his trading combo, Nimbus Strike, Auto Attack, Golden Staff, Auto Attack, Warrior Trickster out. Next is his full damage combo, which is Nimbus Strike, Auto Attack, Golden Staff, Auto Attack, Warrior Trickster, Auto Attack, Cyclone, Auto Attack, Cyclone. Next is his burst damage combo, Nimbus Strike, Warrior Trickster, Auto Attack, Golden Staff, Auto Attack, Cyclone, Auto Attack, Cyclone. Wukong's best combo for ganking is using Warrior Trickster while on a bush, Nimbus Strike, Auto Attack, Golden Staff, Cyclone, Auto Attack, Cyclone. And finally, on teamfights, to knock up as many enemies as possible, use Nimbus Strike on a frontliner, Warrior Trickster to the back, Cyclone, Auto Attack, Cyclone. Next is Wukong's items. Keep in mind that this item build is for a Barren Lane Bruiser Wukong. For his jungle build, visit our guide page for Wukong in the description below. Wukong's first core item is Black Cleaver. It grants a good amount of attack damage, health, and ability haste. It also grants the Rage passive, which increases movement speed on attacks and more on kills, and the Sunder passive, which reduces enemies' armor for each instance of damage landed against them. You can also opt to buy Trinity Force if you are stomping your lane. Next, get your boots, Mercury's Threads, which provides magic resistance, and Tenacity, which reduces crowd control duration. Buy Ninja Tabai instead when facing champions with strong auto attacks like Master Yi. Upgrade with a teleport enchant so you can split push the top lane and far lanes and still be able to be present immediately on big clashes and objective takings such as when killing dragon. Next, get Sterak's Gauge, which grants a huge amount of HP and attack damage, as well as the Lifeline passive, which provides a shield when your HP drops below a certain percentage. Get Spirit Visage after to increase your health, magic resistance, and healing effects received, which means that the healing effect from your Golden Staff and your allies increases a lot. Next, get Randuin's Omen to reduce the damage output of ADCs against you because of this item's armored passive, which reduces the damage from critical strikes, and Cold Steel passive, which reduces attack speed of enemies who attack you. Guardian Angel restores your life upon taking lethal damage, which grants you a second life and a means to overextend and create crucial space for your team. As for Wukong's runes, Conqueror is currently the best rune for bruisers, and the Monk King can easily activate the full bonus with his combos. Together with his passive, he will deal 25% more damage. Get Brutal for the bonus AD and armor penetration, Hunter Titan for the bonus HP and tenacity for each unique takedown, and lastly get Sweet Tooth for the increased HP regeneration and bonus gold when eating honey fruits. That's all for this video. For the in-depth text Wukong guide, visit our website lolwildriftbuild.com. There you'll find out additional information like Wukong's pros and cons, ability progression, early game and late game guide, his synergies and his counters. It's right there in the description below. Thank you for watching, and until next time.